Here's how you can create a simple landing page just like these that converts at over 50%. It's all in the copy, so timestamps below, along with some other helpful links and resources, including a link to our sales funnel organizer that has some of our best copywriting formulas that you're about to learn. So when it comes to getting over 50% conversion rates on your landing page, it's not your design, it's not your software, it's not your page speed, although some people will disagree with me on that. It's going to be your sales copy, specifically starting with how you grab attention with your headline. So here's a very simple headline formula I like to use across almost all of our pages. How to result in the next time frame without roadblock. So that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we'll go through this entire template. Again, Sales Funnel Organizer linked in the description for lots more formulas. So when it comes to how to actually use these, here's my simple copywriting process. You break out the formula and then you just fill in the blanks with anything you could think of that would fit. Now, when it comes to landing pages, we need to give people a quick result, a quick win, a quick aha moment, because the faster we can get someone to that, the more likely it is they're going to open our emails and actually consider purchasing whatever our product or service is. So here, let's say we're a Facebook ads agency. So what results can we help someone deliver who would be our ideal client? Well, they probably want more leads, they want more sales, they want a better return on ad spend, and they want to be able to profitably scale because that's a huge problem with Facebook ads, right? So that's just listing out all of the potential results that our lead magnet could deliver. Now, if you don't have a lead magnet, or you're like, I don't even know what the heck a lead magnet is, link in the cards in the description to a full deep dive guide with lots of different examples and some guides on how to actually build one relatively quickly. This is just going to be a free offer in exchange for that contact information. Then we go into time frame. Now, ideally, you want to deliver a result in the next 48 to 72 hours because you really want to make a sale right after someone joins your email list. But if that doesn't make sense in your niche or industry, then you could say 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days. For whatever reason, people like those odd numbers. And of course, if you go 12 or 13, then that's probably just too long. Like, why join an email list when it's going to take me 15 days to see what results that I want? So we need them to be fast. And so then we have without. And this is going to be where you list out all of the things that are getting in the way of that result. So in this particular instance, we could say without increasing your ad spend, we could say without starting all over, or we could say even if there's some internal thing or some sort of mindset that's blocking them. Even if you're new to advertising, find this overwhelming, not a numbers person, don't have time to learn. Most of the time, even if you can add some sort of limiting belief after that. And then you're going to essentially say, hey, you can get this result, and you don't have to do this really hard thing, or you don't have to be this person that you think you need to be in order to get that result. So as you can see here at the bottom, we have how to 3x your ROAS in the next 7 days without increasing your ad spend. So that's going to be our headline. So that's how we grab attention. Then we need to come back to our formula here. You can have a pre and sub headline, not really a big deal. And then we have our bullet points to build some interest. And so we have the number one mistake prospect group makes, that makes roadblock worse. Then we have peek behind the curtain at our power word. We'll get into power words in a moment. Mechanism, so you can copy it for yourself, and then access the mechanism, which provides you with the mechanism, and the mechanism we personally use, or I personally use, to result. Wow, is that last one wordy? So essentially what we're doing here is in the first bullet point, we're saying you're making a mistake and it's sabotaging your results. Then in the second one, we say, and there's this big secret that you don't know about that's the missing piece to achieving the result that you want. And then in the third bullet point, we're straight up saying, hey, we figured it all out and this lead magnet gives you exactly what you need to achieve that result. Now, of course, it needs to be the same result, right? We don't want to, in the headline, say, hey, be successful with Facebook ads, and then our bullet points talks about Google ads and like funnel building, right? We need it to be consistent. It needs to be very focused on one big result. So going back to our brainstorm here, of course, timestamps below, you can always pause and go through these. I know I tend to talk fast just because I get excited about this stuff. For whatever reason, I find this fun. So the number one mistake, prospect group. So here we need to identify who is this lead magnet for, because copy that speaks to everyone winds up connecting with no one. I swear I say that every other video at this point, but it's because it's true. You need to be really specific. The more people that hit your page and go, oh, this is not for me, I'm not that person, the more people, the more likely you are to have a higher conversion rate because you are attracting those people who are actually a good fit. And that's how you get 50% conversion rates on your landing pages. I know it sounds counterintuitive. You're like, wait, alienate people so my conversion rates go up? Yeah, exactly. So then we have that forces Facebook to waste your ad spend, hide your ads, send bad traffic, ignore your account. And so this is going to be where you're looking at your roadblocks and what are people frustrated with, and then kind of just poke at that problem a little bit. So it's kind of like a wound, like, oh man, I'm really not able to fix this. And then your landing page goes, yeah, you really can't because you're making this really dumb mistake. I mean, we're not calling them dumb. We're just saying this is a mistake that they don't know that they're making because they're new to whatever it is that you're doing. That would alienate too many people if we just said, you're an idiot, you need this lead magnet now, right? So then we have one more example here. I'll scroll down to our final one. So peek behind the curtain at our power word mechanism so you can result. So this is a little bit modified of the last bullet point, but here what you want to do is think of a word or adjective that adds some oomph, right? So instead of just saying strategy, technique, tactic, new method, we could say something like it's a proven strategy, it's a powerful technique, right? And so here's a list of basic power words that you can use. And so of course you can always timestamps below, copy for yourself. And so you can use this simple list of power words to just add some extra weight and oomph to your bullet points and of course your headlines as well. Then we have the mechanism. And so this is where we're going to name something that you have inside of your lead magnet. So instead of just saying how to create ad images, how to write ads, or how to budget ad spend, we turn that into the golden spend ratio or the PAS2 framework or the Canvas technique. And so here are a list of unique mechanisms that you can use for yourself as well. And of course, just adding some curiosity and intrigue to whatever it is that you're offering is going to dramatically increase your conversion rates, because just saying, here's how to make an ad better, right? Or here's how to use Canva to make an ad, or here's how to do the math on how much you should be spending on each one of your Facebook ads ad sets. Like that's not really enticing. It doesn't sound cool. It doesn't sound fun. Nobody wants to do math. Nobody wants to hear that they have to spend hours inside of Canva or Word or PowerPoint, brainstorming what their ad is going to look like. They want a technique, a strategy, a new method. And so that's what we want to essentially name whatever's inside of our lead magnet. And so that's where we get our bullet points. And so we'll jump down to our final copy here. So these are the bullet points that we wound up going with. Again, link in the description to our funnel organizer that has all of these formulas and a lot more so you can build your own high converting landing pages. Now, the only other element that there's two more. Obviously, we have the opt-in, but before we get to that, there is a section where we want to create some desire. And so all you need to do with that is, if you don't have customer testimonials, you can quote yourself, and all you need to do is talk about how this offer or a specific part of this particular free offer allowed you to achieve a result that your ideal customer wants. And spoiler alert, it's the same result you talk about in your headline. So the rest of your landing page is just repeating what was in the headline, right? So you don't have to come up with something new here. You're just saying, hey, this awesome Facebook ads audit allowed us to scale on the same budget we had without having to increase the amount of money that we were spending, or it allowed us to get more sales or more leads with the same budget. We didn't have to increase our budget in order to make more money from our Facebook ads. And that's a really long-winded way of saying the same thing we said in our headline, which is make more money from your Facebook ads, right? And so that's pretty much what this entire lead magnet is about and helping them do. And of course, if we just had a landing page that said, make more money with Facebook ads, join here, well, that doesn't really build any curiosity. It doesn't actually add any weight to the result. And so we need to go through this simple process so that we can show people there's some tangible mechanisms, strategies, techniques, new method that is going to allow them to get that result. So we can't just come out and say, you're going to get this, this, and that. We need to explain how they're going to get it. And our lead magnet is how. And so this is our final page here. And then of course, we need to have a clear call to action. Now, we use simple landing pages that look like this, where we just collect the name and email, or sometimes we just collect the email. You really don't need more information than that. And of course, your call to action needs to be very clear and very visible. And so that's all there is to it, to creating a high converting landing page. Now, when it comes to what software to use, if you already have an email autoresponder like ConvertKit, MailerLite, MailChimp, or Aweber, then go ahead and use this formula inside of those softwares that you have. ConvertKit is going to be the only one that's going to give you some headaches because they're really restrictive on what you can do with their landing pages. But for the most part, you can follow this. These landing pages were actually built in MailerLite. Now, if you're just brand new and you're like, I'm looking for a software, then I'll leave a link in the cards and the description to a video that walks you through how to build this landing page that was created inside of Systemi.io, which is currently my favorite place to go for actually creating landing pages, sending emails, and actually building fully functional funnels to collect credit card payments, all for $0 because they still have a free plan, unlike a lot of softwares out there. So thank you so much for watching. Sincerely hope you got some value out of this video. You're a lot more confident and demystified in terms of how do you actually create a landing page that converts really well. And so make sure you check out that link in the description to our sales funnel organizer. It has all of these copywriting formulas and more, so you can craft the perfect landing page for your offers to grow your email list and of course prime them for sales. So hit that like button, subscribe for more guides just like this one, and until the next, keep building the business you love.